In the previous video, we built a simple AI-powered Spring Boot API using Spring AI. In this video, we will take that same code and refactor it into something that looks and behaves like a production-ready API. Let's quickly recap what we currently have. We have a controller that accepts a prompt, a service that calls the AI, and a Spring AI configuration. This works fine for a demo, but there are a few problems if this project grows. Right now, AI logic is tightly coupled to our API flow. There is no clear boundary, no stable API contract, and no place to handle things like timing, fallbacks, or prompt ownership. Let's fix that step by step. This is the structure we are moving towards. Controller handles HTTP, application service handle intent or business logic, and the AI gateway isolates Spring AI completely. First, we will introduce explicit request and response DTO objects. Let's create a package called DTO. Let's create a request DTO called Ask AI Request with just one field called question. And let's create the response object. Ask AI response. This will have the answer, the model used, and the time it took to process this request. Processing time in milliseconds. This gives us a stable API contract and prevents AI details from leaking outside. Let's refactor the controller to use these DTOs. Ask AI request, and this will be a request body, and we will change this to a post endpoint. Let's also prefix the API to API/AI/ask will be the endpoint, and this will return ask AI response. Let's rename the service class as AI application service to indicate it is the application level business logic service, not a AI service. This takes in the request and returns the response. This layer represents business intent. Timing, validation, and future fallback logic belong here. The actual AI calling will not be in this service. It will be in a separate class called AI Gateway. This is where we will invoke the AI Gateway. Let's create a package called AI where we will isolate all AI related classes. Let's create a class called AI Gateway. We inject the chat client. This is where we invoke the AI service. Let's make this class public and we inject it here and we are calling this method. This is the only place that knows about Spring AI and chat client. In future, if we ever change providers, this is the only class that changes. Let's create a separate class to define prompts. Let's call it AI prompts. This is under AI package. Prompts are actually code. They need to be reviewed, versioned, and tested, not scattered across the project. In our AI gateway, instead of passing the user question directly to the AI, let's enhance it using our defined prompt. We are replacing the user question in the prompt at this place. Let's start the application and test it out. In the response, we now have answer, the model which was used, and the time it took. Let's try a different one. Benefits of Spring AI. So we get a longer answer and the time it took. Even after all these changes, the API still works, but the structure is now much cleaner and future proof. This is what production readiness looks like. Not more code, but better structure. If you want a complete step-by-step guide to Spring AI, I have covered it in a full Udemy course. The link is in the description. See you in the next video.